I feel sensitive to meme culture / irony. It seems hard to act out honesty when every facet of human behavior has turned into a meme. So I worry people's natural reaction will be to mock or scoff. Well, I've been the target of my fair share of memes, perhaps more than my fair share. And I actually find it I'm really happy about it. And part of the reason for that involves some of the elements of our earlier discussion. People were saying, well, how do you plan to keep your feet on the ground, say, given your newfound public profile? And I see the meme culture as part of the corrective. I mean, there's a great role for satire and irony and all of the elements of comedy to act as a corrective. And I mean, I've been fortunate because most of the memes that have been directed my way have been done with good humor. I'm lucky because for some reason the ratio of positive attention I receive from the general public, let's say, is compared to the ratio to the amount of negative reactions I'm receiving is very disproportionate. I'm receiving almost all positive reactions. So, I'm in the fortunate position of being able to laugh along with it. But I don't think that there's any reason to assume that irony and satire have to become cruel and scoffing. They can be done with a light touch, and they can be done in a manner that keeps everybody awake and make sure that no one is above both criticism and humor. Now, that sort of thing can become cynical very rapidly, but it degenerates as soon as it becomes cynical. You see this with satirical shows, like I really liked The Simpsons, the first 13 seasons in particular, and like it was one of the very rare true satires on American television, and it never degenerated into cynicism, in part because although it comedically critiqued almost every element of American life, it also had a set of messages that were very positive. So, for example, the Simpson family was an extraordinarily coherent nuclear family unit, and for whatever Homer's faults might have been, and they were myriad, he was always there as a reliable and trustworthy father to his family, despite his, somewhat limited abilities, both ethically and intellectually. He was there when it counted. And that stopped that show from degenerating into cynicism. And I also think the same about the Trailer Park Boys, which is a show that I have a fair bit of partiality for, despite its endless profanity and absurdity. It has the same underlying structure, is that the characters are bound together by genuine affection. And there's something about that makes the satirical message both positive and deeply acceptable as far as I'm concerned. So